Hey, good morning. Good morning. Uh, just doing a little weekly update. I'm headed to Chicago right now headed to Illinois to drop off some lumber in the Conestoga. And then I'm picking up a coil in Gary, Indiana, and then picking up another coil in Chicago, which I'm dreading a little bit, but it's whatever. I think my dispatcher said I can get some extra pay or something for the multiple stops, but we'll see on his paycheck. We'll see if he's lying or not. Uh, Anyways, I wanted to come and do this video today because I'm in the middle of buying a truck. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, like, damn, you're already trying to buy a truck. You're already about to buy a truck. You've only been out there for a few months. Um, and I know everybody says, try to get like a year of experience or a year or two, you know what I mean, figure the lanes out, all that. But um, I'm just not interested in waiting no more, man. I'm getting tired of being an employee to these companies already. I know it's only been a few months. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm tired of dispatchers telling me where I gotta go. I mean, I like to have some free reign on the areas that I would like to run. Um, and I've already got a good idea of the lanes to run for flatbed and all that stuff. So I think I should be all right. But I wanted to make this video today because I'm in a little bit of a dilemma on the trucks, right? And this is a dilemma that's been going on for a long time now, and is the old iron better than the new iron? Because when it comes down to it, my true dilemma here is, as my first truck, and I am going to lease this truck on to somebody. I'm not going straight into my own authority, although I do plan on doing that, I believe. But I think I'm just going to get my own authority. I'm going to let it age up to that 6 month mark, and then I might move into it. Because I've just heard too many guys saying that first 6 months under your authority is just way, way too rough, and I get it. Like my little brother got his own authority and was doing the box truck stuff, and he just couldn't find any loads, man, for being a new authority. I mean, they just wouldn't give him nothing until he hit that 6 month mark. So I'm not trying to make this process really any more difficult than it needs to be. I mean, like, do guys do it? Yeah. Do they make it? Yeah. But like, man, some of the guys are talking about it was some really rough stuff. Trying to find them loads and trying to find brokers that'll deal with them. And I'm just like, I mean, 6 months ain't that long to wait. I mean, I can deal with that. Ugh. Um. Anyways, back to my original dilemma is I'm up in the air. Do I get like a 2020 plus freightliner DD15, 10 speed, 13 speed manual truck, three, 400,000 miles on, well, let's say probably 500,000 miles on it. That's probably the ones that are in my budget, right? Or do I go and get, a 98 to '06, '07, W900, or, Peterbilt, that's emissions free. You know, I, I really just don't know what the best route is for me. I've seen all the numbers on, fuel efficiency, and I've seen all the numbers on, maintenance and all that stuff. And like, and I get it. Like, I get that these newer trucks are doing, a couple more miles to the gallon better than these big flat nose trucks. Um, but I think my real issue really comes back down to it. Like I'm a gearhead at heart. I love trucks at heart. I'm a diesel guy at heart. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I've got a big dually Cummins back at the house that I've been building up. So I'm and I like to I like to think that I'm pretty mechanically inclined. I've done my fair share, head gaskets and pulling heads. Just about everything. I've done it at least once. Um, and I'm very familiar with how diesel engines work and all that. So I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning towards like a nice long nose truck. Mainly because of the simplicity part of it, and ideally, I would like to work on my own. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. As much as I hate working on trucks, right? Working on shit like, I know. It ain't nothing. It's like, yeah, if I get a, old, early models, 2000s truck, preferably like a, 3406 or, a Detroit 60 series or something like that. Well, I guess really anything back then. Um, Man, I just feel like it's all just straightforward. It really is just all straightforward. Um, I can go get a part, come swap it on, and get back on the road. But opposed to, if I get a Freightliner, uh, for example, like, some sensors start getting faulty, or something happens, like, damn, now I gotta go deal with this, and likely they're gonna have to hook a computer up to it and reset this and do all this, and like, God forbid I get some emissions problem, where I gotta go in there and start dealing with that. And I don't know. I really just don't know. Like, I really do see both sides to it, right? I see the cons and the pros with getting a newer, Freightliner truck, and I understand these newer trucks are having lesser and lesser emissions problems. I do get that, and I think they are getting a little bit better at it. Um, but on the same sentence, it's like, man, like, I want to drive a cool fucking truck, man. Like, this is where I'm living at. You know what I mean? I'm living in this truck, for weeks at a time. Like, I want to drive something I'm proud of. I want to drive something that looks cool, drive something that feels cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be over here shifting gears and passing queers, man. And I don't know, the Freightliner it just ain't cool, man. It just is not cool. I don't know. For the longest time, I told myself, like, look, just get you a little, 25, $30,000 Freightliner and go work it, pay it off, and then get you a, long nose truck. And that probably is the move. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, man. That honestly does sound like the smarter move, but that's the whack move. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even trying to get into a Freightliner. I'm not trying to be a part of no Volvo. I'm not trying to be a part of no Freightliner. I ain't trying to be a part of no International. Nothing, man. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, am I getting into a business? Yeah, and should I be looking for the most cost efficient, profit making, tool? Yeah, I should, but on the other side of it, I have to, like, I don't want to drive something that I dislike. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like going and doing a job that you don't like and expecting to be there for a long time. You know what I mean? Like eventually you'll get tired of it and eventually you'll quit. That's why they all say, like find something you love doing, because at the end of the day, like if you love what you're doing, then when it gets hard, like you're still going to keep going because you just love it in general. But if you're doing something you hate, and once it starts getting hard, it's easy to quit, man. It's easy to quit, and it's very easy to talk yourself into quitting. Um, but yeah, I don't know, and I'm hoping you guys can talk to me a little bit and like maybe try to give me some pros and cons, or maybe try to talk me into a older long nose truck, or talk me out of it. Like I'm all ears, and I'm hoping. See, that's another thing too. It's like, yeah, all the old heads are always gonna say old iron, and they have their good reasons. They do. But you talk to the office boy who's looking at the real numbers, and I mean, they're usually pretty smart. I mean, they're looking at the real numbers, and they're telling you, look, man, the freightliner makes sense. And if you look at all these companies, I mean, freightliner is the workhorse out here. I mean, everybody's got one, and it's got to be for a reason. You know what I mean? And there's guys that are much smarter than me that are making these decisions, saying, "Hey, the Freightliner is the right choice to be making money." So I mean, that's the part I think about. But then I've also seen the arguments of like, if you're trying to build a fleet, yeah, go Freightliner. If you're just trying to be an owner operator, uh, and some old iron works because the parts are cheap. A lot of these older mechanics, I mean, they know how to work on them, and if you're mechanically inclined, you can do just about anything on them yourself. And I believe I got some mechanics in my back pocket. Uh, Come on, buddy, get over here before I run you off the goddamn road. But I mean, I feel like I've got some decent old head mechanics in my back pocket that can help me out when it comes down to it. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys give me some feedback, maybe what you think. Maybe try to talk me in one way or another. But I've got a down payment ready, and right now I'm just kind of saving up a little bit more, maybe a few more weeks, getting some operating costs together, so I can operate for a couple of weeks without you know going broke, broke. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really just do not know, and I'm nervous, man. I'm really nervous because I've never really been one to like finish much. I mean, I do finish stuff, but it's like big ventures, whatnot. I feel like I have a tendency to give up kind of easy, and I hate saying that about myself. But like, I'm just one of those people where like I'll finish something like not 90%, or I'll get like pretty good at something, and then I'll move on to something else. Maybe it's ADHD, or I don't know what it is, but or like my loads, for example, are a prime example. It's like uh, I'll I'll drive uh like 95% of the way, right? I'll have like an hour to 30 minutes left before I get to my delivery that night, which I should just drive all the way there, right? I should drive all the way there, stay there overnight, unload first thing in the morning, so I can be ready for my next load. But I'll stop like an hour to 30 minutes before I even get there, because I'll talk myself and like, I'm pretty much there. I'm a little bit tired. I mean, we'll just do it in the morning, whatever. And that's just not cool. That's not the right move. So but I'm aware of it, and I'm trying to work on it. It's not easy, but it is getting acknowledged. But anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. So yeah, hopefully you guys can help me out with that. I would love to hear some feedback, man. Because like I said, I'm still somewhat new to this, and I'm jumping right into the water like an idiot, and I seriously need help, and I would love to hear from you guys. So if you guys could help me out, that'd be good. Uh, yeah, man, that's it. I'm gonna try to start doing some more of these. I want to do a couple more. I want to do some like have some how-to videos on some shorts. Some little tips and tricks I've learned, and doing flatbed and stuff. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Everybody stay safe out there. Any questions, concerns, feedback? I'm all ears. I'm responding to everything. Um, so yeah. All right. See y'all, man.